Hello everybody, welcome to Port Elizabeth. It's Friday morning and the latest information from the Weighted to Win studio, as we would normally do this the day before, but we've opted to try it out Friday morning and see how things go. Don't forget about our social media opportunity with at Twitter. The Twitter account is at Weighted to Win. We've got a WhatsApp number for you as well that you can jot down. Send your name and number in there, and we certainly look forward to hearing from you as well. Giving away Weighted to Win coffee mug too, so the guys have been asking. So as you can see, we're going to do that. It'll be a random draw through the group as well. Fantastic. So let's chat about what the story is today. I've only got Daryl in studio. There's 8 races on the poly. We'll start with the opener, which runs at around 20. I think the opener is, let me just double check for you to make sure, 25 to 1. And Captain Mornay, top of the board here at 2 to 1, Daryl.
Yes, Clyde, fair local debut. That happened to be on the turf. He's now making his debut on the poly track. We saw a winner from that form line, Tipsy Tina, but I haven't bankered him in the bypots. I've added number 3, Goom Goom, and I think number 6, Admiral's Chance, into the play. Goom Goom last time out with the blinkers, he pulled too hard, and I believe he's got a chance of reversing the form with Admiral's Chance.
Well, who's in better form right now than the Gavin Smith stable? I mean, they had a fantastic 7 winners last weekend, so they had a fantastic closer to their October month. Okay, let's put those the bipods up for us, if you don't mind, and have a look at what the story is from Daryl's side. 136 by 5 and 10, by 234, by 7 and 9, by 1357, by 2456 and 11. It's a 720 Rand perm. Why so expensive on the bipod? The boys have told me it's a competitive card. We're going to go over the mile here now, and my apple pie, when we were doing the show this morning at 9:30, trading at 4 to 1. That's number 3 on the card. Number 5, Dreamscape, the second choice, or joint favourites. I see 4 to 1, so 4 to 1 the pair. And then one other in the betting here that is perhaps worth mentioning is Mercurial Jet, who's trading at 6 to 1. Then you can get about 7, 8 to 1 and better about the others. Place accumulator. So let's get going with Daryl Marie. Talk about this over 1,000 metres. Daryl, your first choice?
No, Clyde,
I beg your pardon, over the mile?
Yes, over a mile. Colour-coded last time out, she improved with the tongue tie being fitted. They have brought her back in trip and put a set of blinkers on. She has worn blinkers in the past. Clyde, it's a maiden handicap. I think with 53.5 to shoulder, she could prove the filly to beat over here. Dreamscape, always been highly regarded by the stable. I mean, Nicholas Paddock has always said they've thought a bit of this filly. Last time out, on the poly track, got caught close to home, but she wasn't stopping at the finish. So those are the 2 I've opted for in the first leg of the place accumulator.
Okay. So what's that, 5 and 10, eh?
5 and 10.
5 and 10. All right. Well, let's put the place accumulator up now. No point asking more questions. If it's a maiden handicap, how much more are we going to really find out about the race? This is what Daryl suggests we do, and we go 5 and 10 by 234 by 7, 9. So later on, we are depending on the 3 that we're going to be bankering in terms of place accumulator. So we're hoping that at least runs in the first 3 with regards to that. And then I think we're talking about Cruisador, right?
That's correct.
That's correct, yeah. By 2, 4, 5, 6, 11, by 1, 3, 8, 11, and 4 and 11 at the back. Darren Burrows has also worked on a place accumulator for us today, and he's going 3, 5, 10. He's keen on bankering the 2 just now in the place accumulator. He won't mind doing that, he says. So banker the 2 for him. That's Panzanella, as I understand it. Then 2, 3, 5, by 1, 3, 5, by 4, 5, 6, 11, by 3, 4, 5, 11, by 4 and 5. And he wants to spend 864 on his PA. On to the 3rd today. Let's get into the action right now. And this is run over the mile again. It's opening leg of the pick 6. Market this morning has got 2 to 1 on the card as Panzanella. And I think that's got to have a serious chance. Sugarberry is the second choice, trading at around 5 to 1. I just want to find out from Daryl if it's open or not, because Darren seemed to indicate that Panzanella might be the right one. Yeah, do you think the same?
Yeah, she put up a pleasing local debut, Clyde. She had the worst draw of all on that occasion. Today she jumps from Stallgate number 1 and she gets stepped up in trip, which also should be in her favour. Definitely one for the shortlist. Improvers, number 3, Angel of Justice. Last time out without the blinkers, ran a much better race. She has scored on the poly track in KZN before, so I think she's a swinging inclusion. And number 4, Miss Millstream. Now, look at her excuses she had last time out. Her saddle slipped. Prior to that, she's finished close up on both occasions. I think from a good Stallgate position, I wouldn't be surprised to see a reverse the form with Panzanella, although Panzanella is my top pick.
Yeah, Panzanella is 2-1 and Miss Millstream is 16-1 at the moment. Let's put pick sixes up now and have a look at what the play is. We're not, I beg your pardon, we've got something else for you. We're not doing a pick six is tough. So the guys have said, you know what, let's play cautiously today and let's go 2, 3, 4. Of course, you're welcome to take a pick six. It's entirely in your hands, but and we hope that you do. But from our perspective, a swinger box, 2, 3, 4. All right, so Track Commander runs in the fourth race now, and this is 1,900 metres, 9-2 about Track Commander at the moment, Gavin Smith. And Floyd Terwell sent me a clip of Track Commander galloping and working well, I believe, or looked well anyway. Vida Futura is the second choice at 6-1, and then you've got about sevens or better the others. Open?
Very open. Clyde, I think Almas Tawa, his latest start, you can just put a line through. In my opinion, that was too close to his penultimate run, coupled with the fact that he had excuses. Now, he's a big son of Williams Longsword. He got cramped, just wasn't able to pick himself up thereafter. So I put a line through that effort. On his penultimate start, he ran well above his rating, and I think he's worth an each-way strike of at his current odds. The danger I make is number 9, Jaspero. You can see on paper he's 2 kilograms better off with Master's Queen, 2 kilograms better off with Almiwa. Should be thereabouts at the finish.
Okay, you heard it. Not easy. There are a few. And, well, Almas Tower, I can tell you, he's quoted another 16-1 shot that perhaps may have to go into the play, number 7 on the card. This is the recommendation from the guys as to what to do in a race like this. Almas Tower, there's value to be had at that price. Perhaps a good each way. Race 5 is over the 1,400 metres, and Alan Kreef's got Star of the South, top of the boards at 7-2. 3, Cruisador is at 11-2, and the 5, Slings and Arrows, is trading at 13-2, as well as number 6, Vars Boy, who's priced up at 13-2. It's 8-1 and better the others. 1,400 on the poly. The race is due to run at around 14.55, 5-3. And Daryl Marie joins us. Darren Burrows unfortunately couldn't today, but got Daryl with me and give us a breakdown of what you recommend
I think number 3.
How deep do we go into our pockets here?
Yeah, not very deep, Clyde, throughout the day. Number 3, Cruisador, have a look. He was as high as a 90 at one stage of his career, down to 77. They removed the blinkers last time out and he stayed on extremely well. I think he's going to appreciate the 1,400 without the blinkers, so I make him the horse to beat. Slings and Arrows, 2 runs without the tongue tie, have improved last time out with the compression hood. He's 1 from 1. Let's see how he goes on the poly track today. And then Gavel Strike, his ratings come down to 75 and he comes back in trip. Throw him into all trifectas and quartets.
Okay. Not easy again, challenging. Here's the recommendation. This is what we suggest. Cruisador, and that's trading at 11-2. So it's on the total round. You're looking, I think, I'd imagine around 5-6 rand a win or thereabouts. Louis Makoto has taken the ride at time of recording this morning anyway for the Inform Gavin Smith stable. Welcome back, everybody. Good to have you with us here on Weighted to Win now. And we talk about race number 6 on the card. This is over the 1,300 metres. Alan Kreef again tops the board here with Dammy. Richard Faris taken the ride on this horse at 9-2. 5-1 about the 2 Soweto Rose. And also 5-1 about the 5 Power Surge, who's at, trading at 5s. 8s and better the others. Over the 1,300 metres. Market again indicating tough race. Our original exotics indicated that we loaded. So how do we get money out of the race, though?
I think I suggested a swinger or the exacta box in this race, Clyde. Not 100% sure. Exacta. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you to Shannon.
Yes, thanks,
Yes.
Shannon.
Right.
Absolute Noir. Now, he's a 6-year-old horse. Last time out over the 1,000 metres, I think he was run off his feet. Penultimate start, he finished well to win over the course in distance. So, I think he's definitely one for the shortlist. Terreira's found good form since joining his new yard, a 3rd and a 2nd. And then others to include are Dammy, Power Surge, and the likes, Clyde. Soweto Rose has just got a wide draw to overcome. I don't like the look of this race, and hopefully we can make a few rand with the exactas.
Well, perhaps a 12-1 suggestion like Absolute Wire. Maybe that's the horse, who knows? If you're wondering why Daryl doesn't know what his selections are going into the race, it's because there's so many and they study 48 hours before and we submit slides and info and all that sort of stuff. So not easy for the guys, but he's got it. Let's see. We'll put it up for you. This is what he recommends, or what him and together with Darren Burrows recommend. Take the exactas 245, 6 and 11. Okay, guys, so we've got a couple of races to get through now, and we're going to talk to Daryl Marie about race number 7. Here again, it's one of those races. You can go 4 to 1 the field, 4 to 1 about Alan Krev's Opulence, and then 7 to 1 everything else, the likes of Pinnacle and Montresor and State of Mind. One of the guys told me that Montresor they like and give that a bit of a chance. And I'm talking about one of the punters or followers, so to speak, on our group, said, please look out for Montresor. We like it today, all that sort of stuff. So that's always good to hear that information from those sources. You give it a chance, Montresor, today?
I would have given her a chance if she was drawn a little bit lower, Clyde. She's drawn 14. She's going to have a work cut out. But if she gets some luck in running, she could certainly feature. I think a nice roughie for swingers over here, Clyde, has to be number 11, Just for Laughs. Now, have a look at her rating, how it's tumbled. From a 90 down to a 57. Last time out, off a 65. She finished slightly closer. She got beaten 5 1/4 length, 3/4 of a length. Off a 57, I think she could certainly be competitive. Murmur, she did improve last time out on the turf. Several winners from that form line. Rosa Bayou, Miami Beach, River Cafe, another one that could feature.
Okay, what price is that horse, Daryl?
Just for Laughs, 16 to 1.
Okay. So we're going to use it in swingers and exactas, trifectas, quartets, perhaps. Okay, let's do that. We'll put that up because, well, at the moment, just by the way, I see that horse is, Kotson's horse is 20 to 1, Sharon Kotson. So this morning, anyway, number 11 that Daryl likes, 13811. And it's those kind of horses that might just get you the money today, guys. So perhaps it's worth a little bit of a dip. And to our last race now, and this is going to sprint them over 1,000 metres. Remember, it's on the poly, so it's around the turn naturally. And, well, some will be hoping here that the favourite gets it right in Travel Master, priced up at 33 to 10. But Space Race not too far behind. Icky Stratum's 15 to 4. And then Psychedelic Eric, who's number 4 on the card, is trading at 5 to 1. Betting-wise, it's those 3. I'm not sure if it goes deeper than that.
Much. And number 4, Psychedelic Eric's going to be my first pick, Clyde. He's got good course and distance form. But on form, there's very little separating himself and Great Guy. And what I find interesting of here is Moosey's ridden Great Guy in his last 2 starts. And he's now opted, I don't know if he had the choice of rides, but it appears as if he's chosen number 11, Spanish Fort. So he could strip a little bit fitter from his comeback run. I suggest the swinger, Psychedelic Eric, and Spanish Fort.
Okay, 4-11 from Daryl's side. Perhaps Moosey's got the key in this race, does he? Because he had the option of going with a Great Guy and didn't. Well, did he? Maybe he didn't have the option. We don't really know the answer to that. But here's what we recommend you do for the last today. And we suggest we go with both of the 4 and the 11 here. Psychedelic Eric and Spanish Fort.